now. 3, 2, 1. Definitely a challenge. Oh yeah, I can check my tags real quick. Make sure that they're correct. Yep, looks like they are correct. I got them in there. That's definitely where I want to be with them all. Just about to get started with another attempt. Just a moment, I wanted to pull something up real quick. So as I alluded to earlier, I am not the greatest of conversationalists. And for me, one of the challenges is figuring out what to talk about, how I can entertain effectively. When chat is not super active, which, much to my disappointment, it's not always active, and that's okay. Lurkers are completely welcome here, and as I have been doing research, many of the big tips are to tell people that lurkers are the backbone of Twitch and that they are the majority of viewers, and it's not always going to have a super active chat, and that's okay. But I have to acknowledge that, and I am trying to look for more ways to be entertaining and be engaging and have interesting things to talk about when there isn't someone in chat to talk about, talk with, or talk about, or anything of the sort. I have been definitely over the last week. Especially over the last week, I've really decided that I want to up my streaming game, so to speak. I feel that my runs themselves are good, but I'd like to grow the stream some. I'm not necessarily looking to make a full-time career out of it. I'm thankful that I have a good day job. I make decent money. So I don't need necessarily donations or financial support for the stream. But I still would like to grow the stream. I'd like to meet more people. I'd like to have people to chat with while I'm doing these runs, because it's kind of lonely in its own way to do runs that are this long, and there's a lot of downtime. And sometimes I find myself getting into my own head in not a great way. When I'm in these long runs and I'm just like, oh gosh, and I get self-conscious and I get worried that everybody's like, oh, staring at me, and it's a challenge. I have a lot of anxiety. I think a lot of people have a lot of anxiety, and I've never been, especially lately, I think I've really had to come to terms with just how much anxiety I have, and take deep breaths, Rhea. You got this. But going back to where I was talking about earlier, I have been really trying to work on how do I up my stream game, how do I get to the point where I really can not just shine in terms of speedrunning, but also be the type of streamer that people want to watch. Because as I mentioned, I definitely like having people to talk to, and I don't really enjoy getting out a whole lot. I have autism, and as a result, I don't like doing stuff like going to bars and nightclubs. that I really don't drink. I feel uncomfortable drinking. Like, I feel physically uncomfortable drinking, and just being around drunk people can always be a little bit disquieting. So, like the typical things, nightlife and such, and plus I have a super early sleep schedule. I was up right at 5 this morning, and I think I went to bed shortly before 10. I think about 9:40 I shut off the lights. I was chatting with some people last night, just about random stuff, and we were kind of chatting while watching someone else stream who was streaming last night. And a little bit of the way through that run, I decided I needed to go to bed because I had been up since like 4:30 the day before, yesterday morning, and I was pretty tired at 9 in the afternoon, or evening, I guess. It's not really afternoon at 9. So I'll throw a question to chat. Not necessarily need to answer if you don't want to, but I know that there are a lot of people who just stumble upon my stream for one reason or another, and I have a lot of comments that are of the variety, oh my gosh, somebody's doing a run of Legaia, I can't believe that somebody's actually streaming Legaia. Oh my god, I didn't think anybody streamed Legaia. So I definitely know that there is some sort of a cult following for the game, but I'm always curious to hear how people got into Legaia. I actually got this game when I was a wee lass. This was a game that I remember choosing between this and choosing this over Star Ocean 2 when given the opportunity, and I eventually got Star Ocean 2. I think I might have gotten this for my birthday, and then I got Star Ocean 2 for the holidays. My birthday's in September, so a few months later. I think I would have been 8 or 9 at the time, which final dungeon, even the last couple of areas of the game when you're 8 or 9 years old and highly impressionable, a little bit on the scary side. Even now, I often mention, people are talking about, hey, I'd love to see a high-def remake of Legaia, and I'm just like, I do not need to see the Biocastle in 1080p. I really don't. I can't even begin to describe how much I don't want to see the Biocastle in high-def graphics of the modern era. I'm just like, no. Oh, ugh. Ugh. So I've always been very hesitant about hesitant about the idea of a remake of this game. Maybe if it were more of a demake, kind of RPG Maker style game, or something where it's not going to be, a double or triple A. You hear all this talk about AAA games, and how they're the best of the best, the high budget games from the top studios and everything. But you never really hear about anything talking about being a AA game or a single A game, or it's always AAA. And then it's like AAA or indie, and it seems like that's all they really go out of their way to talk about. It's always just kind of been a little bit on the confusing side. Why don't they ever have talk about AA titles from the major studios. The ones that just aren't quite the premier titles, but are still pretty high budget. Have a little bit of an input break now that we've made it to reviving the Genesis tree and driving away the mist and the raw Seru. Not the raw Seru, just the regular Seru, not the raw Seru. Not driving away meta, surprisingly enough. I'm curious. Sorry, I thought I saw something flicker. I was like, did somebody message in chat? And I was like, oh no, just I think it was just my mic. Picking up setting my drink down. Have a little bit of an input break now. Chance to get a nice stretchy out. We definitely want to make sure that we are stretchy. Now we have our another little input break. The game kind of does spam a few input breaks here at the start of the run. As soon as you start, you've got to mash select to skip the opening cutscene, and then you go straight into like 30 seconds of input break, and then there's more input break, and then there's more input break. But once we get out of, I was about to say Honette, not playing Earthbound today. Once we get out of Rim Elm, I always said Rime Elm growing up, but I'm pretty sure it's Rim Elm. I honestly don't know for sure. I don't know Japanese well enough to know what the correct pronunciation is. So, as soon as we get done with this cutscene, we'll have a little bit of text mashing, and then we'll be getting out of Onett. I said Onett. I even said, like, I know it's not Onett, I know it's Rim Elm, but I said Onett. I was watching Earthbound last night, and I was streaming it last weekend, and I'll probably stream it tomorrow. Apparently, even when I'm playing Legaia and working on Legaia, I have Earthbound on the mind. I was thinking maybe I was going to do Earthbound today, but the issue with doing Earthbound is it's a lot more reset heavy than doing Legaia New Game Plus. This game is kind of figured out to the point where there's only a few places where I really have to worry about all-out losing the run. Looking at you, Zora, and you, Slot Machine. So we are about to leave Rim Elm, which is not Onett, although they both seem to gatekeep runs, so perhaps they're not so dissimilar. Oh no, it's May! Now, because I am a jerk, and by being a jerk I mean being a speedrunner, I have to be a jerk because it saves a small amount of time. Because that's what I'm here for, is saving a small, almost insignificant amount of time. Oh my gosh, did OBS crash on me? I hope OBS didn't crash on me. I get worried. I constantly get worried. I mentioned I have a lot of anxiety. Like, oh my gosh, I had one time when OBS crashed on me and nobody said anything, and it was just like, oh my gosh, why didn't anybody say anything? I'm gonna switch to some Sum of Worst here instead of PB Pace because I like having lots of green splits. I like being ahead of my splits. I don't like being behind them. When I'm behind my splits, I get sad and then I get worried and then I feel like I have to go faster to compensate, and usually that means I cut corners and do stupid things and lose time and then lose my run. And that's no good. I definitely don't want to do that, so... I said I need to blow my nose, but I forgot to do so. So here in short order, we will be advancing onward. I need to run the incense out that last little bit. One more step. I gotta count, I'm just mentally counting to 18, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and that is setting up for a glitch. The first time we're going to be doing a major sequence break in the run, but certainly not the last. Running around out of bounds, and we will eventually hit a loading zone that takes us to the other side of the water gate. We have to view this cutscene here. There is maybe a way that skips it, but France wasn't able to find a consistent setup that allows you to avoid having to go in and back out. Oh, it does lose a small amount of time. I was all super excited. I got to take a little step up. There we go. I'm going to be doing another sequence break, which means we're going to be going back to... I thought I hit the button to say yes. Don't know why it said no. This one's not quite as precise. So we're about to go do another major skip, after which I'll have some more time to just kind of chat about random things. So hopefully we'll get this out of bounds quickly. Just going to go into the blocking or try to leave. Incense will run out at just the right point. And that allows us to skip past the trigger that's supposed to take you back to the world map. which point I can just run around up here and eventually hit a loading zone here in the void that's going to take me over to the northwest portion of Drake Kingdom. All of the blockings are connected together. You can work between them. The most similar thing I can think of is the fairy fountains in Majora's Mask, where all 5 of them, the Clock Town, Woodfall, Great Bay, No Head, and Stone Tower, are all on the same map. And by getting out of bounds, you can wrong or alternate exit, I think they call it now, between them. It's the same principle. Just a different game, different method of doing so, and similar results. So we are going to be going out of bounds here in just a moment. Or no, we're not going. We already went out of bounds. What am I talking about? I'm clearly not all there today. Not my finest hour. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I'm just a little bit lax with my commentary, and my brain is apparently on Earthbound, and my I don't know where everything else is. At least I haven't completely forgotten the quiz answers. It's 3, 2, 4 for those who are not aware. They're Inhuman, the Genesis Tree, and then Mount Rikuroa, Rikuroa. The 4th option. My plans, no, I already talked about my plans. I run out of material pretty quickly. I can start talking about stuff, but I am curious. For those of you who did grow up with Legaia, how you did find the game and all of that. Nice block, Vaughn. Not a huge deal. Vaughn has enough HP and defense to tank these hits, but it's still ideal that we do so. Oh! Slash! Slash who kick! So remember to hydrate, don't dehydrate. I do have a water there. I'll probably have to fill it up halfway through the run. And we will be fighting the Pyuras. What we do. Yes! Oh! Oh, 42 damage. They have 75 health. The music in this game is really, really good. I've always really enjoyed the music in Legaia. Oh! Oh no, a new worst split. Oh my, whatever shall I do? Not worry about it too much. I don't know why I'm losing time. I mean, I definitely know I'm on fast disk speed. I would not have been able to sub 15 without fast disk speed, so I don't think I might just be a little bit suboptimal with my text matching or something or another. Got some, I feel like I got something sticky on my face. It just feels not right. Kind of weird. I have to get that checked out. It's probably just need to wash it better. I'm guessing it's probably shaving cream. I had to shave up this morning because I hadn't done so since Tuesday, and I was feeling dysphoric about it, and I needed to just deal with that. So keep saying so. Yeah, we all get it. I know, I get it too. Things to work on stream. Oops, that's no good. I need to be in exactly the right spot, and I was a pixel off, and that would have been no good. It is amazing both how precise these skips are, as well as the fact that they are so consistent relative to how ridiculously precise they are. Give me just a moment. You definitely want to be focusing during the incense skips. I would really not like to lose my run because the game decided to heck me, or because, I think it would be more accurate to say that I decided to heck myself, right in the hecker, by messing up the movement. It is very precisely choreographed. Even a small movement out of the path will very likely, I think only once have I ever gone off the path and somehow by sheer coincidental happenstance managed to realign back with the route and get the pixels to line up just right. It is, as mentioned, extremely precise. So I don't know if you all enjoy the new setup. I spent a good hour and a half yesterday moving furniture around. It was pretty tiring. I know they tell you that you lose a lot of body strength on estrogen, but like, wow, I felt just how much I had actually lost. I really felt how much upper body strength I had lost yesterday. Thankfully, a lot of it I was trying to just push with my hands and just really try to use my legs and lower body strength as much as possible, because that doesn't diminish nearly as much on estrogen. I mean, it does a little bit, but not nearly as much as upper body strength and grip strength. Grip strength goes way down, and that has to do with the way that estrogen-dominant bodies versus testosterone-dominant bodies, how their collagen fibers are interwoven in the skin. The same thing that makes women have softer skin is why women also have so much less grip strength. Package deal, so good with the bad, right? In an odd sort of way, it is kind of actually still validating how difficult it was to move the furniture around, but the only thing that, I mean, nothing was super heavy. I mean, I don't know if you can see, yeah, the couch back way behind me. That was difficult to move. This nightstand was fairly difficult. I had to take out some shelves to move it all. I want to talk to Zopu from the right there, just because you'll get moved over to that position. That's where you're supposed to talk to Zopu. Like, not like, I shouldn't say like. That is where you are supposed to talk to Zopu. If you're playing through the game normally, he will be over there. But since we never actually got him to leave this area, he just stays there. And it's rather amusing and way to take advantage of it to save small amounts of time here in we don't have to watch the cutscene that plays when we first get to Byron, for instance. All in all, this route is about 40 odd seconds faster than the previous route where you went to Byron and recruited Gala before you went on to Sebucus. Oh, more worse. Yeah, I'm only a few seconds behind. Not the end of the world. I was like, oh my gosh, how far am I behind already? I was like, how did I lose so much time? Doesn't make sense. Switch back to the sunshine splits. Sunshine my butt, apparently. So now we're going to you're going to use another pre-made save file, not the one in Jette's Fortress. But we are going to set up for a different type of skip. One that allows us to walk through the void, 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 void. I think something might be going on. I'm sorry, I am testing things out, and my chatbot is not posting. Testing my chat. So if chat has been going for a while, I apologize. I haven't seen anything in like 40 minutes, and I apologize if I'm not responding. But I just tested the bot, and it was not loading the messages. So let me bring up... Sorry, everybody. Yeah, the bot has not posted any... I have the bot console up, and it hasn't posted any messages in the last almost 40 minutes. Not since 9:08. I have no idea why it decided not to work. So I can see you. I gotta focus. So, high TSM, high K, high tranquility. I really, totally apologize to all three of you. That is the bot not posting what it needs to be posting. I don't know if something happened to it or what, but it has not posted in the console in almost 40 minutes. And I was not sure if anybody had... Oh, maybe it... Oh, now I see it. Now I see it coming up. I have no idea why that was going that way. I'm confused, and I'll have to look at it later. So how is my day? I'm doing well. I am doing well. I'm glad you're feeling better, Tranquility. I know you definitely sounded like you were not feeling the greatest, and I'm certainly very glad to hear that you are. Yeah, I had a technical issue, and I had no idea that there was a technical issue. Let me get out of the void, and once I can actually see what I'm doing again, because I do need to focus while I am void walking, and please. So once I get out of Ancient Water Cave, I will catch up on chat. So, I am well for the most part. I mentioned earlier, but my sister is having her birthday party today. She had her birthday on Thursday, the 1st. And as a result, we will be having some people over, family members over in a few hours. So that is why I'm doing Legaia today, just because this is a game where I feel confident that I can actually finish a run within the time that I have to stream. This game is very difficult for a lot of portions of this game, because on the live split, because I am comparing against my sum of worst splits. So I'm comparing against the set of splits that are extremely easy to beat and that have multiple 10+ minutes of time save, because I like to see that I am in the green. It makes me feel more confident and helps to avoid feelings of, number one, getting all like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna PB, and then I just kind of shut down, or oh my gosh, I'm about to PB, oh my gosh, and just the ups and down swings of, oh, you're doing well, oh, you're not doing well, panic, accelerate, excite. And I find that overall it makes me feel better during streams, and also I think it makes me perform better when I'm running against a set of splits that I think is very easy to run against, which is why I will typically run against either sum of worst or sometimes against my average splits, depending on my mood, or something else that's not my PB, just because I like to see more green and less red. Because when you're 6-7 minutes behind PB, it's just like kind of disheartening. And I mentioned earlier, I'm working on improving the stream, and part of that is keeping my mood up and making sure that I am being entertaining and engaging and all that stuff. And I think that's going to be more difficult. My mood is going to suffer, and everybody is going to realize that I am not doing as good of a stream as I could be when I am constantly, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, my stream is not going well, my run is going poorly, oh my gosh. Because that's how I am. I mentioned, I'm a very, very anxious woman. And I tend to really get into my own head. It is something that I do need to work on. Mental health is important, and at the cost of some accuracy with my splits, I'm going to take a little bit of a step out of the way to make sure that I am doing what I need to do. But that's okay. It's not a huge deal. I can always just bring up stuff to talk about. Yay! I like having stuff to talk about because I'm not good at it. So I don't know if you have all seen my new setup, my new lights that I have. Makes me all nice and shiny. You get to see my pale vampiric skin. I got a new ring light that I got at Best Buy yesterday, or worth sell if you want to be a little bit more accurate with it. We're struggling to beat. I have never played that game, and I really, pretty much any modern game I haven't really played a whole lot of. I like the classics. I like my JRPGs. There are definitely good things about not treating streaming as a full-time job or as a side hustle. Have I played Legend of... Passing word, have I played Legend of... I have a copy of the game. I have never played it, which is disappointing, but I look at the speedrun of that game at 11 hours, and I'm just like, I don't think I can pull that off. I honestly don't believe... Oh. This game used to be 11 hours, but at the same time, I was 24. I was not on spironolactone and estrogen at the time, which make my strength go down. You know, being 6 years younger, I had a little bit more stamina, and I could handle games that were super, super long like that, and I really can't do it anymore. But I do have a copy of the game. It's just, for the most part, whenever I'm doing... One thing I could do to diversify content, I could look to maybe having one evening a week doing 2 to 3 hours of non-speedrunning content. I don't know if that would at all be an interest thing, or if so, if it would just tank my numbers because people are expecting to see only speedrun streams, and then it's just like, oh, she's being a filthy casual, I don't want to watch. So I don't know how that would be. I do still want, as I mentioned before, I do still want to grow my numbers. It is nice that I don't have to chase trends or worry about playing games that are not super popular. I don't have to worry about playing the latest title, the latest speedrun title that everybody's all on about. I mean, there are blind playthroughs, or I guess they want to call it playthroughs. Where I guess they don't want you to call it blind playthroughs anymore, because apparently Twitch believes that is offensive to the blind and low-sighted communities. But first playthrough speedruns, that is a thing that happens. I don't need to do anything. I just save because slots can hack me. So I'm gonna have to focus for a few moments. Probably do slots because it is pretty tricky. It's tricksy like hobbitses.
One more.
Very nice. I need about 7,400 coins, I believe. Or 7,450, I believe, sorry. I didn't really see that one very well.
One more. One more.
I messed that one up.
One more. Bonus
Nice.
game.
The one I need about 2,400 more coins. One more set of bonus games, hopefully.
One more. Bonus game.
Very nice. That was a quick set of slots. So I want to tell my story yet from yesterday. Let me do just a bit of shopping real quick. So I went to Best Buy to get a ring light, and I was going there to get a ring light, and I was very close to also getting a new camera, because my camera is something I've had for my webcam that I've had for a few years is a Logitech C310. It's very, very low-end webcam, and I'm really considering upgrading to something that's a little bit higher end, looks a little better, that actually has the capability to record and everything in 1080p, opposed to just being 720p limited. One that doesn't talk about being compatible with Windows XP as a selling point. It literally says that his system requirements include Windows XP, which, I mean, talk about ancient systems. But I am looking to upgrade for sure. That's going to be something on my list of things to purchase in the near future. Hey, Less Honor, I'm sorry, I did the slots quickly, and you just barely missed it by a minute or two. But how you doing? I hope your day is going well. I hope you will have a fine weekend, and I'm glad that you decided to spend part of it here watching me troll my way through this game. Just a moment while I menu real quick. That we need to set up some more incense. Well, I appreciate that. My sister's having a birthday party. Her 24th was it was 2 days ago, and I think family is coming over this afternoon, and then we're gonna have fancy steaks for dinner tonight, and some roasted vegetables and other assorted goodies. So it will be a fancy meal that my taste buds will very much enjoy, and my scale will not be happy with me in the morning, or rather I will not be happy with the scale when it says that I have gained weight. Hari! So where is Hari? Come out, Hari, I want you to tell me what my dreams mean. Noah, you need to calm the hiffle down. The one thing that I did, I've been working on my bot a little bit as well. Throughout the last couple of days. There's a couple new commands. For example, if you want to ask the Magic 8 Ball a question, you can do that now. It's something that I went through and programmed up earlier this week. I have also been... I mentioned the new ring light, potentially getting a new webcam. I recently got the retro tank about a little under 2 weeks ago. So hopefully everything looks a little better. Maybe even sounds a little better, I don't know. But one of the nice things about having some money is I can afford to invest a little bit more into my stream. And because when I started streaming, I was 2015. I was in grad school. No, it does not. So I'm using the Streamlabs chatbot, and while there is a limited amount of programming, it's mostly just identifying parameters to type in. You do have the ability to write scripts that involve using Python. I think it's like 2.15, I want to say, is what it's programmed to allow you to use. But the scripting is very similar. It's very similar to just very, very high-end, many of, and I keep saying and I'm trying to work on that. A lot of the functionality is already built in, so stuff like the timers that just say, you know, the bots, I'm just a bot, so don't mind me, but Ria's a Discord. It's already set up so there's a timer function, and I just tell it every 15 minutes to post something if there's been at least, I think, 10 or 12 messages in the chat since then. So I just have, it's very straightforward. How am I? Are you talking about Cara being single or me being single? Because if the answer is Cara, she kind of has somebody, and just wait a few hours. If you're talking about me, it's because I'm an anxiety-ridden mess who doesn't get out much. And also I'm trans and a lesbian, so the pool of potential partners is not particularly large. Which is not to say it's non-existent. It's just not particularly large. Relative to, you know, the broader cishet population. Well, I'm glad that the bot thinks so. The bot thinks so. I'm less certain. I am almost 30. I turned 30 this year, and I hope that's not a sign that my brightest days are behind me. my camera's a bit clearer. That may be because I have better lighting. And I probably am not Beth from high school because, number one, I did not start medical transition until I was 27. And also, I never went by Beth. It turns out my dead name is not Beth. What is it? I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to have people knowing that. Pure Wind, Octam. I mean, there are a few people who do know it, but it's not like I'm going to go tell people what it is, or that's just like not cool. You don't need to know that. There's on Arena. I think I might start laddering up with Toski. With Naya Toski tokens. Now that I have gotten a few copies of Elite Spellbinder and Adraneth Magistrate and stuff that I was using for Green, White, and Historic. They don't. That's the thing, Tranquility. They don't need to know my dead name, and I'm not going to tell them what it is. It's like my dead name is not Beth. I'm not going to tell you what it is because you don't need to know. Quite frankly, the fewer people who know, the better. I actually play 60 card Ultimatum, not 80 card. I haven't figured out a good build I like for 80 card Ultimatum. Bring out the Tybalt's Trickery. I love the number of times that I have cast. So I think 3 times now I have played in Historic. I've gone first and dropped a turn 2 Adraneth Magistrate, and the opponent just reads the card as like, and then just explodes. Or, better yet, they try the Trickery combo. It's like, oh, exile, 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 and they realize that Adraneth Magistrate has stopped them from trying to cast the spell, and then they blow up. Earth and Wind, Water, Fire. Give me just a moment. Oh, yes. Same with Stomp. Yes. Protection from color means damage prevention, which Questing Beast stops. I have definitely a couple of times gotten people by using a Stomp on somebody's face to shut down 9 lives combo. Or I have a Questing Beast on the board and they try to use... Got a name for your account in your mobile game. Very nice, very nice. I remember seeing something online that was all about all the things that it was a little widget that posted a new Questing Beast every single time. Like you reload the page and it's Questing Beast with new text because, hey Ashmedai, yep, it's a Rhea stream. I know, it's exciting. It's a Rhea stream. Hopefully with 100% less dysphoria breakdown, with 100%, I have rearranged my room. So what was behind, so I actually effectively flipped the room around. So where I am, so you're actually seeing the back wall that you couldn't see before. So I am in the same room. This is still my bedroom. It's just you're seeing the other side of the room. I decided that I didn't really like the fact that I had the windows in the background because it was causing a bad backlight and making my camera look like crap. Alright, Tranquility, take it easy, enjoy the lurk. I hope the shower goes well. But I felt like having the backlight was not ideal, and it was making me look like crap, and was making the webcam look not great. So I decided I was going to do something about it, and something about it was to rearrange all the furniture around. So that it actually, now I can stream, and I have the new ring light as well. That you can't see, I'm looking at it right now. I might go get another one as well. I don't know if I think my light right now makes me look like a vampire. But that may all just be the fact that I've got pasty pale skin. Or Sol. But somebody did say that they thought that my camera looked better, which is a definite improvement. I'm definitely happy that what do I think so far the D&D set for MTG? I'm not sure how much I necessarily like the D20 effects mechanic. It's gonna really suck to lose games to natural 20s. But it'll also feel good to win them to natural 20s, so I don't know. I hope that it doesn't become an evergreen mechanic. That much I will say. I have not looked at like all of the spoilers in great detail. I think this time around I'm going to try to do more sealeds and limited events early on in the set. I really didn't do that many drafts or such early in Strixhaven. It's just a hard format, and only just now have I finally starting to get some wins with Strixhaven draft. I did get a couple of 7-win quick drafts, or bot drafts if you prefer. And then I had a 3-3, which I thought was going to 0-3, but I actually managed to sneak out 3 wins. But I've got almost 90 packs saved up of Strixhaven to open up. I definitely want to try to do more sealed, but I have so few cards of Strixhaven is the issue. More particularly, so few rares and mythics in Strixhaven. And my ability to play some of the best decks is very hobbled by the fact I don't have the lands. I'm missing a lot of the land cycle. Because I don't want to burn my wild cards. Although thankfully I will get more wild cards soon when the new set releases, because I probably won't do too many more Strixhaven drafts. I mean, I think I've got about 50 rares now. But I'll probably do a few sealeds. I don't know if the full set spoiler has been released yet. I'll have to look at that. But I am thankfully very good on gems. I've managed to build up quite the stockpile. As I have been grinding the game out. I have been getting 10 plus daily. I think I got 10 plus daily wins every single day since Strixhaven. And have the maximum possible mastery. at this point. Minus the fact I haven't gotten all my daily wins for today yet. I think I got 5 of them this morning. Also, exclamation rage in chat. For raging babies. I've been into Magic for many years, and sometimes I get out of it and then something drags me back in, and just got dragged in a few other times and kind of fallen out sometimes, and then I really don't play I was showing off my, so I was in a Discord call with some peeps last night showing off my my collection, showing off my money cards. And it's like, oh yeah, here's an $80 card, here's a $50 card, this card's like $120. I'm just kind of going down the list, showing off some of my loot that I have picked up over the years and has appreciated quite significantly. Like, right here is a good eight months to a year of salary for me of dual lands and power that I was showing off. So I got most of my dual lands back between 2013 and 2015 or so, and you could still get, like at that time, savannas, badlands, scrublands, taigas, the non-blue lands, and non-bayou. Bayou was always a little bit higher, but the non-blue lands were always $60, $70 when I got them. And Plateau you could get for under 40 some of the time. So they were quite cheap. And now it's, oh my gosh, like crazy. Even Plateaus are over 200 now. And you're like, wow. Like, at this point I'm just like, yep, we are not selling here. I think it's a combination of a few things. You know, speaking economics to y'all. So the economy really bifurcated during the pandemic, and people who were doing well did really well, and they weren't able to go out and do vacations or go on trips, or a lot of other stuff has just not been available to do. If you're not spending $100 a week or $200 a month or whatever going out and drinking, all of a sudden you have all this disposable income, and where is it going? It's going into hobbies like Magic cards and Pokemon and baseball cards in particular have really just to the moon. But just with so much not being able to. So, and then, you know, obviously the people people who are doing okay, if they kept their job and they're doing fine, but they're not super, super wealthy and they got a few $1,000s in stimulus, I bet a lot of people... It's the same reason why Magic cards tend to go up in price every March, April. People get their tax refunds and then they spend it on buying collectibles. It's been a fairly consistent pattern that Magic prices are highest in spring when everybody in the US is getting their tax refunds. I got my tax refund and I spent it on Volcanic Islands one year, a place out of Ox, and apparently I did quite well for myself given that I was like 500 for those when I got them, and now they're like 500 apiece, if not more. I'm not sure if this will help, but I can turn that light on too. I don't know if, let's see. Yeah, I think it looks better with this light on. I saw something on Discord that was like, "Oh, take care. Be back. See you back in a bit." But I saw a message in Discord a few days ago that was like, "Hey, I could really stand to get a Lion's Eye Diamond for my EDH deck. Those are only $60, right?" And the internet's posting a chart. Lion's Eye Diamond up to 500. It's like, yep, the internet's pulling a prank on you. I don't even want to know what some of... I know that the dual lands have gone way up in power. I don't even want to know some of the other stuff. Like, I don't know if tabernacles are 2,000-3,000 now. Other reserve list stuff from Antiquities, Legends, Arabian Nights. That stuff's gotta be crazy expensive. Legends Tabernacle is close to 3,000, is what I'm seeing when I just checked on Scryfall real quick. You know, the reserve list. If they're seriously not going to reprint, I mean, I'm not going to be upset that I have a new house or part of my retirement fund or my surgery paid for already. But it really will suck that there won't be much paper vintage or much officially sanctioned paper vintage or legacy anymore, just because so few people have the cards to play optimally. to set up here. This one's not too bad. Well, I think it's one of the easiest things to do in the game. The easiest incense skips. Doing Retayu skip or West Peninsula early. There we go. Really the last big thing that I'd really love, there's a few things that I'd really love to find in this game. One would be a way to get to Uru Mais 2 without having to do Uru Mais 1. That would probably be the single biggest thing. But other than that, a way to get into Retayu without having to clear out Xain would be amazing. Because being able to get to Retayu early would let you skip effectively all of Sebucus. And you may be thinking, but Rhea, how are you going to do that without incense? But there's actually incense on Mount Latona, and with a small detour you can pick that up. So I don't know if you all have noticed the video quality of the game, if it looks any better. Hey Quad 8 Steve, how am I? I am doing well today. I hope you are also doing well. I hope you're having a fine day, fine start to your weekend. I am doing reasonably well. I am getting a speedrun in. I'm feeling a lot less dysphoric. There's been some great chat activity that I've really appreciated. So many wonderful people here today, and maybe some not so wonderful people, but they've kept quiet, so that's okay. I really don't mind. My rule is very simple with people who are going to be a-holes, and that is, I'm not going to look for evidence of your a-hole behavior unless it's just completely flagrant that it gets brought to my attention. But if you bring it here, you will be shown the door. But thankfully, I haven't seen any evidence that people are bringing a-hole behaviors, and by a-hole behaviors that includes any sort of bigotry, racism, transphobia, homophobia, sexism, all the isms. If you are one of those things, keep it to yourself. But it doesn't look like that's really been a problem. Talking video games, talking about just general stuff. All good. Always a good thing to talk about. I like talking about video games. I like playing video games. I like speedrunning video games. It's weird, right? I like to speedrun video games. Weird. Like I'm doing that right now. I really don't drink TSM. I'm legally allowed to. There's nothing that stops me about it. I've found very few beers that I actually enjoy, and I don't like the feeling of being inebriated. It doesn't make me feel good. I'm not sure if there's any. Oh, I'm not suggesting that you are inebriated. I don't like the feeling, and I prefer to stay sober. But if you are going to use substances and do so responsibly, I am okay with it. That would be really nice, because I have lost Hondo runs of this because I've forgotten one random treasure. I lost a run, and I'm pretty sure it was the power elixir in the Byron statue in my monastery. It's the one that I forgot. and it really sucks. And I was not happy. Rio was not a happy grill. So my plans for the weekend, I'm going to be doing a run of this today. Obviously, you can tell I'm going to be doing a run of this because I'm currently doing a run of this, of Legaia. And then tomorrow I'm thinking Earthbound. I have not tried Genshin Impact. I am not a fan of the subscription model or the gacha model. I don't know if it's quite pronounced like gacha, like G-O-T-C-H-A. I know it's G-A-C-H-A. Actually saw a gacha machine, an actual machine, when I was at a retro store a few weeks back. The only person I know who does regular streams of Genshin is Ella Mora. She does Genshin streams, and I sometimes watch her. I found her because she was streaming Arena once or twice, and then I stuck around. Now I'm her head mod. True story, by the way. But she mostly does Genshin these days. As for who I am talking about, that's the streamer he's talking about who regularly does Genshin streams. Your win to Octam. Need to change that from user ID to... Yeah, it's like I don't know if it's quite pronounced like gotcha, but if it is, it's if it is, it totally makes sense, and it's very much in keeping with the nature of those types of games. Yeah, it may not have been intentional, but it sure sounds like it was. It's like, they knew what they were doing. Let's be real. They knew what they were doing. It reminds me of the DBZ abridged line where they're all chanting about Mr. Satan, and they're all like, do they know what's going on with his name? And then everybody in the crowd starts chanting, "Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Hail!" And then he's like, "Oh yeah, they totally know." That's what came to mind when I see that. Oh yeah, they totally knew what they were doing. They totally knew. So, about to see my girl Cara again. One of the things that I would like to do, and I'm not, and I really would need some help from somebody with some skill and expertise. I would totally do a Legaia stream where I am cosplaying Cara. I would totally do that. I'd probably have to get a wig because I don't know if I'd want to actually dye my hair hot pink. My hair is dyed, and I probably need to see about if I maybe want to get it redone because I'm going on a trip in 3 weeks. Going on a road trip. Yeah, probably not the wisest idea. Maybe use, like, I don't know, literally anything that's not a part of your body to test if the saw is working. It's kind of like how it's like, I don't like to reach anything down if I'm trying to put, if I'm running the garbage disposal in the kitchen sink, I ain't gonna be mashing things down with my hand. I'm gonna be using a piece of silverware, or like a spatula or something like that, something that ain't my hand, because I don't want to reach too far down and get this thing all caught up. Yeah, that's just not really where we want to be right now. There are a lot of things I'd like to do. Getting my hand, getting my speedrunning hand all torn up. Not really one of them, as it turns out. I know, shocking, I know. Yeah. I think I remember there being somewhere on Reddit, somebody posted a saying, safety protocols are written in blood. If you see some safety protocol or regulation that seems so simple and so common sense that you're thinking, no, nobody would ever do something that dumb. It's a safety regulation because somebody was dumb enough to do it and got hurt. It's just a truism. Well, just remember, look at how dumb the average person is, and remember, about half of them are even dumber. The flying Seru is a Seru, and it's affected by the mist that's in Karisto Kingdom. So the mist would start possessing the flying Seru if we got too close to Karisto. So they had to abandon ship before the flying Seru got affected. Alright, Less Honor, take it easy. I hope that you will consider leaving Lurk up. If not, I understand. But best of luck with the chores, and I hope lunch is nice and tasty. I probably won't eat too much before dinner because I want to save room for steak. I'm gonna channel my inner Chie Satanaka. Steak, 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 steak! Alright, so here we are. Meet Sonic. There's so many Sonic games out there. There really are a lot of them. Almost as many as there are Mario games. I got a cereal bar for me to munch on, so Sonic Mania. I know somebody who did speedruns of that, but I think she has mostly moved on to doing Sonic 3 Air, which I think is just a, like, it's a I guess a fan remastered version of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I think, I'm not sure. Hey Becca, hi. Welcome to the stream. Glad that you can join us for part of your Saturday morning. Well, tell Manda I said good work telling you to go to sleep at a reasonable time. Because sleep is a good thing. And I highly recommend getting to sleep at a reasonable hour. I like sleep. It's one of my favorite things to do. One of the great things about sleep is that I'm usually not super dysphoric while I'm asleep and unconscious. So it's pretty nice. We're gonna be doing a lot of void walking in actor focus displacement states, so I may not be talking a whole lot. It's not because I don't like you. It's not true. It's just I have to focus. Because I am not going to be able to... I'm going to have to focus, because if I mess up and I find myself in the wrong place, it is extremely hard to, if not impossible, to recover, so... Please, bear with me, give me a little bit of understanding as I mean, I have a little bit of time while I'm walking up to you where I need to set up AFD. Very soon we will be getting... Once I load up the file, I'm going to be basically in the dark for the next 10 minutes. I'm going to be using some video cues and a few audio cues as well. Alright, there's the first part. So for that part, I actually use an audio cue. I'm holding down for 2, and at the second, I switch over to holding left for 3 more. And that gets you about to where you need to be. Using that audio cue. My voice is starting to fatigue a little bit. I've been working on voice practice and whatnot, and I don't know if I'm necessarily doing quite as well with my voice as I should be, and I definitely need to continue to practice and get better with my voice. It is something that I want to be working on, independent of working on improving my stream, and both in terms of entertainment value and in terms of production value. Well, yeah, that would definitely be a problem. Unlike Rhea, who goes to sleep at between 9:30 and 10 every night, and sometimes she doesn't even make it to 9:30 because she's just tired. You're weird. I don't understand what you're saying, but you're a weirdo. Weirdo, weirdo. Huh? Too weird. There's something weird about this old guy. And, well, thank you. I appreciate the vote of confidence. That's still something I'm working on. So in the last couple of weeks, I have been working to really study and improve my stream quality. I really want to take my stream to the next level, really work to have a stream that people enjoy watching, and the fact that my chatbot wasn't loading messages for 40 minutes, that didn't help. So for those of you who left, I apologize. I did not mean it. It was just a technical issue that I didn't know was going on. Oh yeah, here's Songi for the first time since the beginning of the game. He's evil now. And as what is surprising to absolutely no one. Oh my gosh, he's evil. You know, evil. Every villain is Lemons. But I watched SpongeBob growing up. Don't. I mean, feel free to judge me all you want. It's just true, I did. I don't feel guilty about it. The earlier seasons were kind of good. Anyway. Focusing. Hi, Jeb. Okay. That was the hardest part of this whole thing. Getting back into the tower itself from the top is definitely the hardest part of the Dark Soul. To focus. Go. So we're most of the way through the Dark Soul, which is, I think, the hardest. It's exclamation lurk. There is a command. Enjoy the lurk. Oh, yeah. We've totally broken this game in so many different ways. So we're able to skip the Gaza scene, the Cara scene. We skipped the whole downstairs, the Dr. Usha hologram, holoprojection scene. All of that we skipped. We skipped past Sage's guard dog. Unfortunately, we still have to fight Gaza 1 because Gaza 2 doesn't appear until you fight Gaza 1, which is really annoying because you can totally get the. What's the name of it? I'm trying to work on my filler words. You can get the Genesis tree sealing, and then incense skip past Gaza 1 fight but you still can't actually activate the Gaza 2 cutscene and revive the Genesis tree until you have actually fought Gaza 1. And it's kind of annoying. In fact, it's extremely annoying. It's rather extremely annoying in a way that makes me a little bit absolutely livid. But don't mind me. I'd wish you good luck, but that won't do you any good. Old man. Noah, stay away from him. You know, Noah's not actually here right now. We've never actually formally recruited Noah, and we won't for another, I don't know, hour and 45 minutes or so, maybe a little bit. Astral Wave! Boom. Neo Star Slash! I'm going to go use the restroom during the cutscene. It's like my one input rate of the run that I still get. So in just a moment I'm going to mute so I can go restroom real quick. Anyway, gonna mute now. And back in just a moment so you can see my dress. Do a quick spinny, although with these shoes it's kind of hard to spinny. Hope that my chair wasn't too much in the way. I think I remembered to unmute. Catch my breath. Remember to breathe, Rhea. Now we have one more thing to do with Dark Soul before we move onward. Sorry, just coughing up a storm, apparently. Also, hi, Sans Thesis. I'm sorry if I didn't say hi earlier. Hope everyone is having a fine Saturday. Thank you for the good luck. I do really appreciate it. I hope that you are having a fine weekend so far. Glad that you decided to spend part of it here with me. Keep me company while I do these runs and maybe even get a world record. I mean, it'd be nice. Don't expect much, but it could happen. I mean, in the same way that it could happen that we all just up and vanish spontaneously through quantum tunneling. And that could happen. Probably won't, but it could. Oh, I gotta focus here. Alright, we're good. We're through it, the hard part. Thank you, Becca, for the words of encouragement. We have to undo active focus displacement, but we're not quite done with Sol. I need to get the speed chain from the dancing minigame. I need to get some coins, turn those into incense for the back half of the run. Yes, I do wonder, am I going to do some weird game-breaking skip coming up? It's a fairly recent skip. We found it in, I want to say, late November. Orla, I think it was Orla who found it. So we still have to do this to get the speed chain.
Ready, go!
Yep, we have to play the I have to go become the dancing queen. Well, actually I don't. I just have to get enough points in the tutorial. I still love that emote.
Ready, go! 3, 2, 1. Finish! Fantastic!
$452 points? You need 400 to get the speed chain. But before we leave, gotta make sure we remember to talk to Emperor Itora Ignau Dirk of Macentus VIII, Emperor of Sol. We need to get the password to Uru Mais. Or, yeah, the password to Usha Research Center. Not the password to Uru Mais, but we do need the runes key to get to Uru Mais later. Ah, I have heard much of your exploits. I am pleased. What magnificent facial hair Emperor Torag now Dirk of Macentus VIII has. It makes me feel dysphoric. Oh, my facial hair is not super visible. Now I'm getting self-conscious. And Dorwin, Karisto Station. Skips a cutscene and it skips from the walk to Uru Mais, or not to Uru Mais. We're not going to Uru Mais yet. I promise I do mostly know what I'm talking about, I just don't always say the right things. Take some deep breaths. Remember to center yourself and ASFB, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to help me around. I'm not familiar with that that initialism. I do apologize for. I know sometimes it's better to hold on. Ah, okay. Normally I hear normally it's AFAB or AMAB, assigned female at birth or assigned male at birth is the typical. I thought that might have been what it was, but I didn't want to. I would rather be. I'd rather ask for clarification and than go through, be ignorant, assume the wrong thing, and make myself really look like a fool later on. Because that's what I totally would do. I had my 4th session of laser hair removal on my face on Wednesday. So hopefully we will see some additional progress being made on that front. But still, it's not going to happen overnight. And it's okay. I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure that I understood and followed along. And I'm sorry if that. I do too. 3242 for the quiz. Well, I guess some of this hair is technically below the eyebrows, but I get your point. I agree with the point that you are making. So we actually never go to Drake Castle at any point during the entire run, which is, I think, really amusing that we never go to Drake. Well, that sucks. I really liked having a full head of hair. So earlier, you asked, hey, I wonder if you're able to skip things in other places like Nivora Ravine and Mount Dhini. And I'm just like, and I was just kind of give this, I do wonder. I really, really wonder if there's some weird setup that I'm about to do that's going to allow me to skip a whole bunch of stuff and get to Mount Dhini early. I don't know. You'll have to just, I'm going to have to make you sit around and watch and find out, or, you know, if you've already seen runs of the game before, then you already know, but wow, yeah. But yeah, I'm getting self-conscious again, and I need to work on that. That is the big challenge for me that I am really trying to put a lot of effort into getting more confident and raising the value of my stream. That is my, so I definitely, feedback is worth its, I would say worth its weight in gold, but I don't know if feedback has a weight associated with it, so it's just like, well, does that even make sense to say that? So we managed to get by the ice wall that barricades access to Uru Mais, despite the fact that we did not go to the not Uru Mais, blocks Nivora Ravine. Ugh. Words, I do know them. I just can't speak well. I'm sorry. Please don't eat me or give me a game loss. Either one of those would be bad. Please. Okay, so I did mention we were going to be doing some major skips, or I implied it with my comments, and now it's time to execute on my word. I mess up on words so much. When I was chatting with people last night, and they mentioned, hey, you sound better, but still your intonation and inflection sounds kind of off, and I'm just like, yes, I understand that. However, comes with the autism. That it takes me extra time to think of the words and apply them appropriately. I'm gonna go back in and just double check, as this is actually kind of precise. So we just did something called a coordinate swap wrong warp. And we are now right outside of and just went into Mount Dhini, and we are still in the active focus displacement state, which means that we can bypass Birdman Gate and go directly to the summit. This is actually pretty easy to do, to navigate this. Definitely the easiest actor focus displacement state to navigate. The first couple of rooms. Oh, you were checking the list of enemies? I had two. I didn't know if you were. I didn't want. If you were lurking, I didn't want to call you out. Well, remember, this is Sum of Worst, and these splits are old and are from before we had access to these new skips. So that's why it says potential time save 32 minutes. We're gonna be not quite saving all that time. But we're gonna save 32 minutes and 12 seconds of it, so we're only losing 4. Surprise! A free half hour of time save! Oh, and the 9 minutes of time save is because of my run from last weekend, where I had Zora hardlock me twice and cost me 7 minutes. And my world record. I would have gotten world record if not for the fact that I had 2 Zora hardlocks. Hence why the Go Live message was like, hey, are we gonna get by Zora today? I don't know, but you're gonna have to watch to find out. Because she hacked me. And a lot of people had fun. And Rhea here was not one of them. I have a Noah emote in my Discord. It was one of my old subscriber emotes from my old account when I was actually an affiliate, but I decided that I didn't want to be affiliate and I didn't want to use that account anymore. Because, my god, apparently I cultivated a transphobic community without ever intending to do so. And it really sucks. Yeah, just once I came out, I was just immediately dropping followers and viewers like a rock. And even now, I'm not anywhere near where I was 2.5 years ago. And just all in all was no good, not fun at all. And that's the reason why I lost almost all of my subscribers. My viewers were cut down to about a quarter of the viewers I had, maybe less. Dropping 5 to 12 followers every stream. It just really sucked. For all this talk that you see from toxic people on Reddit and Discord and whatnot, that, oh, women have it so easy that all they have to do is be attractive and they'll just have viewers and stuff out coming left and right, and just, no, it doesn't work that way. Women do not have it like, I know from experience. I streamed as a guy pre-transition and now as a girl. I know from experience, girls don't have it that much. Women might have it a little bit easier, just there might be people who, hey, oh, it's a girl, I should go check her out, but overall, no, we do not have it easy when it comes to streaming. As easy as you might think it is, because of this notion that we're all just selling our bodies out for views. Number one, Okay, yeah, I'm not like all hooded up in a turtleneck. I'm wearing, I wouldn't say that I'm showing off. I don't know. If anybody wants to correct me, I don't believe that my attire is particularly lewd. Yeah, you get sexists and other general misogynistic behavior. You have people who come in and say, oh, well, you're a girl, you better get used to it. And, you know, I get the bonus transphobes to come in and trans-misogynism, so... yeah. And then there's just the people who won't watch because you're a girl, and you think that, oh, you know, you're just in it because you're trying to sell out on OnlyFans or whatever. No, I don't have an OnlyFans, and I'm way too dysphoric about my body to do that. No, just no. All sorts of no. Oh, I forgot to... oh, crap. Well, we're gonna lose some time here. Let me... I hope that I didn't just throw the run. But I was supposed to... go do some shopping to get points on the point card for... oh, no, you don't do that. No, never mind. I'm good. Never mind. The war soul that I have in the inventory, that's for Caruban. I'm good. Ignore that. I was like, oh my gosh, I screwed something up. I forgot to do shopping, but I don't do that here. You do the shopping in Underground Octam gets you the points for this. I got all worked up for nothing. Although I did still need to put the speed chain on. I did forget to do that. What is my favorite RPG? So this is probably the one that's most... this is the one I really grew up with more than any other. I don't know if it's my favorite of all time. I'd actually probably say Star Ocean 2 is. Star Ocean 2 or 3, I think they're just... I really enjoyed both of them a lot. I can't do a speedrun of Star Ocean 3 though, it's just... ugh. What is yours? I'm gonna flip it around and get chatting game. Ria's favorite game is I do like Earthbound, but not that much. But I'm gonna flip it around and I'm gonna ask you, well, what is your favorite RPG? You brought it up, so why don't I flip it around, set my goal of getting more chat engagement, and ask, what is your favorite RPG? Because I know that people love to talk about themselves and their games. Let me, hold on a second. Valkyrie Profile 2, Star Ocean... I'm actually surprised about Star Ocean 4. I'm gonna go back and take... Hey Rachel, yeah. I don't know if that's an RPG, but sure, yes, I'm well aware that you enjoy Terraria a lot. Also, good to see you. I hope you are well. I hope you got some sleep eventually. And clarity. When every battle by actually losing it. Welcome to Whose Legaia Is It Anyway? The game where everything is made up and the plot doesn't matter. Brought to you by Ria Starshade. Follow her on Twitch at twitch.tv/Ria Starshade. I mean, I don't know if I'd be so dismissive of it, Rachel. It definitely seems to have some sort of RPG mechanics. I mean, there's some sort of progression and character progression, gaining stats and items and upgrades. I wouldn't say it's a fully fleshed RPG. It doesn't really have a whole big, from what I have seen of it, there doesn't seem to be a huge overarching plot, story, etc. But there are certainly some RPG elements, and I think it's worth considering whether or not, would I call it an RPG? Probably not. But, you know, RPG alignment chart. Is it really an RPG? What are the mechanics like, and what is the plot? Skyrim is a Western RPG. Skyrim and the other Elder Scroll games are 2D RPGs, or Western style RPGs, which tend to be a little bit different in nature, but definitely still do fall. Nice! We didn't get turn 1 glared. Come on, I need that. Hold on, if we can get a Dark Typhoon turn 2. Yes! We did it! We didn't get the hard locked on Zora. I'm so excited. My goodness, we finally got a run past Zora. We did it! We did it all! Yes! 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 Not losing runs to Zora. Because... Deep breaths. Calm your tits, Rhea. You might have gotten past Zora, but there's still a whole hour and a half left to go. That can find you and heck you. And I just want to say to everybody here, especially those of you here in chat, thank you so much. Like, I had on Thursday, so 2 days ago, I did a speed run for a marathon, or complete-a-thon, and I had 2 dysphoric breakdowns in the middle of my run. And I was really worried that everybody was just going to be like, oh my gosh, who wants to watch this chick? She's whiny and throwing a fit and having a breakdown on stream. And I'm just so grateful that everybody is, and I have actually asked the organizers to please delete not highlight the run afterwards and just go ahead and let the video get deleted afterwards, because I don't want that to be, it's not a representation of myself. I feel like I could do better. I feel like the viewers deserve better, and I had a dysphoric breakdown. And I'm really grateful that even despite that, y'all are still here and still having chat and conversation and whatnot. And if you are here and you have not followed and you want to consider doing so, you can click that follow button, find out whenever I go live, and make me feel really heckin' good about myself that my stream is making some sort of tangible little bit of progress. I'm almost to 700 followers. I don't really grow fast enough to expect I'm going to get 4 followers this stream, but it would be nice if I did. Not expecting. I do. Well, thank you for the follow. It's much appreciated. I don't need to save here. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm saving and wasting time. Also, my follow notification work. I don't like to call out followers. That's why I typically do not have it set to like call out the specific person for following. Just because I know following is something some people like to do and not feel like they have to be drawn into the conversation. As much as I want to encourage chat activity, I also don't want to scare off anybody who would rather just just lurk, and so I want to make sure that I am being welcoming in that respect. So thank you very much for that little bit of free support. Oh my gosh. Fudge me. Fudge my life. Fudge my life. I'm getting an encounter too. Doink. So we're gonna lose some time because of the saves. I think I started the stream at 696 followers. I think at 750 I've said I will do some attempts of Legaia with not New Game Plus. I'll have to route that out. That'll be fun. That'll be full of so many fun units, or abbreviation FUs. Why I don't really do that run very much is it's just the first 2.5 hours you get hecked so much. By seemingly everything. So I think tomorrow will be Earthbound. I'm going to do a few hours of Earthbound attempts and hopefully even finish a run. Alright, Quad 8 Steve, take it easy. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I hope to see you back soon. So yeah, we are moving right along. So the reason why I decided to do this today, not Earthbound, is because I know that people are going to be over for this afternoon about 3 o'clock. And because Earthbound is Earthbound and it is an RNG fest, and we're fighting on RNGeis' home turf, and it is just all in all kind of annoying, and we lose lots of runs, especially early on. I don't want to get like 2 hours in and still be trying to get out of Onet, and then I'm just not able to finish the run because I have to cut stream because people are going to be over and I'm going to be expected to associate with family. I know, it sucks. I don't want that. But sucks. I'm just kidding, mostly. Or I have to watch as they quote-unquote accidentally dead name me. It will be such... I'm sure they were just going to be so apologetic about it. I don't like being dead named, as it turns out. I know, it's... You know, that's not a bad way to think about it, Rachel. I love my family. I don't like them very much. But I love them. Usually I just give them the evil glare and or don't acknowledge them at all. I mean, I could start flipping the bird, but they're going to be kitties over and I don't necessarily want to expose them to the joys of the F-dash-dash-dash word, or at least the visual representation of the same. Keep my fingers to myself. So is Rhea a nervous wreck today? I don't know, let's find out. You had one job. You have to ask it a question or it won't give you a response. You have to type 8-ball first. You have to exclamation 8-ball followed by the question. Yes, we got the skip. It seems that, yes, it is broken. Need to focus. I need to mash text quickly here. There might be a cooldown. Oh, I missed my split. We'll split there a bit late. Eight Ball has a cooldown of 1 minute per user. Is what it's set to. It's set to a user cooldown of 1 minute. So any particular user should only be able to use it once a minute. So we should actually be ahead of PB because I did not get that skip first try in my PB. So we actually, even though we lost time with the Zora split, we should still be ahead. That's pretty exciting. So, it is the 4th of July, so I know that there may be some people celebrating it this weekend. I don't have any plans to go out and watch fireworks, although there's a good chance I will be able to see and unfortunately hear some fireworks Sunday night, right around the time I'm trying to go to sleep, which will not be the most fun and exciting of activities. But, oh well, I guess they gotta celebrate their nationalism. I don't know. I suppose a lot of people here are probably not American anyway. I do kind of stream closer to European prime time than I do American, because I am an early bird. And no, I don't want the worm. I'm reminded of a saying. The saying is very simple. The early bird gets the worm, But it's the second mouse who gets the cheese. I am a morning person. I mean, I don't know how super awake I am in the morning, but I mean, I am at work by 6:15, so it's not that I like, and I've said this before, and I will continue to say it. It's not that I like getting to work at 6:15 because I don't, but I like getting to leave at 2 a lot more than I dislike getting to work at 6:15. Yeah, I work like 6 to 2. My mother is there before me. She gets there like 5 or 5:15 a lot of the time. I have a lot of flexibility. I don't see clients or anything, so I'm not tied to having to work a specific shift. I just get my hours, I do the paperwork, make sure I'm coordinating on stuff with other staff members, but I think most people I tend to work with on the regular are also there pretty early. I haven't slept past 5 in a while. Of course, I can't really sleep through the night anymore because of spironolactone making me. Spironolactone really makes me go to the bathroom a lot, so I almost always, at least once in the middle of the night, having to go use the restroom. You thought you were a morning person, and then you met Rhea. And I wasn't always a morning person. My sleep schedule used to be about closer to 11:30 to 7 when I was in grad school. But I was doing a run for Limit Break. I was doing this run for Limit Break 3 years ago, well, just over 3 years ago, and the run started at like 2:30 in the morning was the scheduled start time. So I had to train myself to wake up earlier, and ever since then I really haven't been able to get off that sleep schedule. But I think part of that is that I haven't really stayed awake late since then either. Like I haven't gone to Friday Night Magic or anything that would cause me to need to stay awake longer. Morning people can compete to see who wakes up the earliest. I mean, I can neither confirm nor deny. My mother wakes up even earlier than I do. I know that much. I'm just waiting on attack and spawn. Thank you. Again, late night people won't compete to see who stays up the latest. So the only other person who even semi-actively does speedruns of Legaia is Trance, and he was doing Super Mario Brothers 1 80% runs at 5 in the morning when I wake up, and I was just like, you know, if you don't get to sleep, you're gonna miss Legaia. And then he was like, ah, you didn't say anything. And it was like, oh, I didn't know I was gonna stream it until this morning. I need to probably do better about making sure that I announce my intentions of what to stream so people who actually want to see Legaia can get you, Trance, who's probably not even here right now. Probably still doing streams. So at some point it becomes staying awake so late that you're staying awake until early. Not having the greatest patterns with these mini-bosses, unfortunately. Wasted 2 turns already. Not ideal. Boink. Oh no! Oh no! We've all been defeated. We're dead. Oh no! And by that I mean, of course, just kidding. We won again. I mean, it's old news by this point. So ideally, Caruban here will just Fire Breath me on turn 1, and that'll be the fastest possible fight. Not gonna happen. Oh wait, no, it actually did. Oh, that was nice. I just had to say that it wasn't gonna happen, and the game decided to spite me. And in spiting me, it actually saved me time, so was it really spiteful at all? I don't know. Questions for later. It's time for the rogue! Oh, poor Noah. It's the road. Let's get him. Let's teach this rogue a lesson. Ooh. Apparently the people on YouTube really get annoyed at me whenever I start humming along. My most popular videos tend to be the ones where I'm not talking at all. I don't know why. I guess the people on YouTube really hate my voice. No, like, well, how do we get back to Conkram? Are we gonna die? Here we go. Yahoo! Here we go. Shut up, Toad. Not even the right console. Oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I've got just over an hour left to run. Just gotta not foul it up until then. No one likes Toad. I played Toad when I was a kid in Mario Kart 64. Silence, Cort. This is my decision. I'm therefore going to give them the Nemesis Gem, which is exactly what you don't want to get them to get. Blah, blah, blah. Words, they're hard. Words are hard. Alright, just gotta take myself a nice deep breath. Okay. Take some deep breaths. I don't think I have any particular weekend plans. I do have plans in about 3 weeks. I'm going to be going on a road trip, so I'm not going to be streaming then. For obvious reasons, that's probably not going to happen because I won't be here. Going to visit a streamer friend in the Colorado Springs area. And we're gonna hang out and enjoy the surroundings. Well, yeah, I've heard it's nice, but it seems like it's also getting pretty expensive as sin. I hate you. I'm not afraid of you. Get out of here. Go, 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 go. Get going. Get lost. I don't know if anybody else has any, now that the world is slowly opening back up, I don't know if anybody is planning any trips that they would like to share with the rest of us. That was my big trip. The rest of my family is all going to Florida, but the idea of going to the beach and having to wear beach attire was not exactly high on my list of things that I really wanted to do. Nice, got the late cutscene skip. Take 45 seconds. Oh, that's awesome. I hope the baby is healthy and well adjusted and there was no birth complications. Always exciting and sometimes very, very scary news. But I hope that the delivery was healthy for mom and baby alike. It's Juggernaut! It's the Juggernaut, fools! I think that there's a video out there that has a full... Well, 3 weeks early is not thankfully well within modern medicine's ability to help with the neonate. So hopefully past then. We're past all the critical points and healthy going forward. That's obviously the most important thing. Oh, and this is the spot where you may remember from very early on where I've been going to stack up incense with my other save file that I've been using. So you may notice the name of the skip is very, very much odd. It's Jette Skip. There is a skip that you can perform that skips this boss, but you permanently lose access to Door of Wind for the remainder of the game, and that's just not what you want to do. And in some categories it's worth it because you have to fight the boss, but in this category, because you can just use incense or Terra Death shenanigans to get by the boss, it's not worth the time that you would lose by not having access to the Door of Light. Doink, 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 doink. Good now and feeding well. That's awesome. Always awesome news. Alright, turn 2 Shadow Break. This fight, I don't think Jette ever Shadow Breaks on turn 1, so I think the fight is as good as it could have been. Oh, and for compatibility reasons, I don't actually split here. I split after I flip the switch and get into a couple more rooms. It's just compatibility with different routes that some of them fight Jette and some of them don't fight Jette. And the categories that do fight, then it's just like, well, you normally split on boss death or your death, but then the other categories, it's like when you skip Jette altogether, it's like, well, what more do you split there? So just for compatibility's sake, I split categories now for Jette when I get into that room after Jette, and with the switch flipped. So now we're going to see how badly Cort wants to heck me. I had a run, I don't think it was the most recent run, but maybe the run before that, where Cort just kept guilty crossing Vaughn over and over and over again. It was really hecking annoying. And I lost several minutes because, well, not several, but like 2 full minutes because Cort decided that he wanted to be a bumhole. And there's really nothing you can do about that except just kind of be like, you know, that's the thing that can happen. Arin Gygus strikes back. Do I have any nieces or nephews? No, I had to stop. I have cousins. I don't have nieces or nephews. I have 2 sisters. Both of them are younger than I am. The one whose birthday we're celebrating just turned 24. The other one's 26, and to my knowledge, neither of them are in a long-term heterosexual relationship. And obviously, I won't be producing any kids at any point. At least not any genetic offspring. I pretty much can't do so anymore after almost 2 years on HRT. Well, over a year and a half. Maybe not quite 2, almost 2, but getting close to 2. I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure the baby making factory is shut down. I have 3 cousins, though. Each of my mother's sisters has some. My mother's older sister has one kid who's a couple years younger than I am, and my mother's younger sister has some kids too, and they are both much younger, like 7 and 3. And then my aunt, who's got the 2 young ones, is in a long-term cohabiting relationship with in a long-term cohabiting relationship with somebody who also has kids about the same age. I am not looking to have kids. I am incapable of it, and I don't want them anyway. I figure, number 1, so I will just say that in terms of my having kids, number 1, I can't anymore. Number 2, I don't want them because I can barely take care of myself. I can barely raise myself and keep my own day-to-day affairs. I don't want to be responsible for another life form. I can't even... I'm surprised I kept my mother's plants alive the week when they were on vacation. Actually having to care for an animal, or good heavens, a child, I don't think I have the energy, and I don't think I can go without the sleep that would entail. And then they grow up. Kids are, you know, kids are mean and teens are monster. And then also, don't forget, I'm a cheapskate, so it's just like, oh, society wants me to have kids, and they want me to raise the kids, and they want me to pay for raising the kids. Yeah, flipping right. Like, I love watching all these policymakers whine and whine, and the birth rate is falling, where millennials aren't having enough kids. Oh, thank you, Becca. I'm just like, well, have you realized that we can't afford to buy houses, and we're stuck with student loan debt? I mean, I don't, but a lot of us have student loan debt, and being gouged by landlords for rent, and we can't save money, and all the other essentials are so high, and healthcare costs are out of control, and you want us to pay to raise kids so that you can afford to retire and your population pyramid doesn't collapse? You maybe tried paying us? Or undoing our student loan debt so our generation can afford... Oh, so... Look away now, look away. Too hot for Twitch, I don't want to get ban-hammered, so make sure everybody please shield your eyes. You know, compulsory heterosexuality. Oh, it hurts my eyes, my ears. Okay, you're good. Need to blow my nose, though. Alright, so we are moving right along. If we can get past dream skips, we will be really, really good. We're just coming up very soon. Yeah, don't even get me started about people who are all like, you know, worried about their marital problems or their long-term relationship problems, you know, and their relationship is on, you know, thin ice. And then they're like, hey, let's have a kid. That'll make things work out. Please. Wah, wah. Poor Noah. Also, how does the game look? I don't imagine there should be too many issues with the game, but I just want to make sure that everything looks good and that I sound okay. 1998 technically, but yes. Just making sure, because I got a retro tink recently, and I just want to make sure that everything is still configured well and looks right. And yeah, it looks like a game from 90. I would hope it looks like a game from 90. If it looks like a game from 97, they didn't do a good job because it came out in 98. What I mean in terms of like the video quality and the sound of my voice was the new setup, and I haven't necessarily gotten everything exactly where I want it, and making it look and sound good is sin. So I'm always open to taking some criticism, make sure everything is good. Want to sell Sol. Clear. That's certainly a very good thing. It would be nice to be able to use a slightly higher bitrate, but I feel like going much higher than where I am is going to run the risk of having some issues with the internet, because I don't have the greatest internet in my room, and I don't have a wired internet connection because this house just really isn't wired for Ethernet throughout the house, which sucks. Hey, Vaughn, is that any way you treat your guests? We were just talking about your friend and mine, dear old Gala. Apologize? You're telling me to apologize? Now that's funny. I see the Idiot Brigade still hasn't mastered the art of thinking. Gala, take a look! Garlic gun! Fire! Did you say the garlic gun? Cort, hey, you do have some brains. Listen closely. Juggernaut's almost here. I think we're probably about a minute ahead right now. Let's take a look, because I'm curious. We are a minute 20 ahead. Go me, I guess. I'm just curious. I mean, we still have to get through dream skips. If we get through dream skips and we don't foul them up. No! No! Sorry, I can't let you all inside. Obviously not. Why would I want to do something? It's Vegeta. It's Vegeta. The Prince of all Saiyans. Yes, the Prince of all two Saiyans. 3.5! Vegeta! What is it, Nappa? Can we start with that bug planet? If it'll shut you up for 5 seconds, then fine. Yay! equipment, oops, spawn, speed chain off, no chain on, items used, door light out. And store wind, Uru Mais. Alright, who's a nervous wreck about dream skips? This girl. Check right here. So we have to do Uru Mais 2, or Uru Mais 1, in order to get to Uru Mais 2 to get to Noaru. So unfortunately, we do have to deal with all of this, which sucks. Okay, so this is where the run will be made or broken. If we get past this, there's a good chance that we get a new PB. If we don't, there's no chance that we get a new PB, and it's gonna suck. And I'm gonna be sad. And I'm gonna rage. Probably if the baby's riot too. True Claude True Ending, that's Star Ocean 2. That is completing the Cave of Trials, doing the Hidden Files side quest with the North City secret database, and fighting Unlimited Indelecio. I'm going to be doing that run on Friday for ARPGME on the NASA Marathon channel. I'm going to be the opening run for that event in 6 days. I hope I didn't go too far. Yeah, I'm really nervous right now. Pardon my language if I miss this skip and I foul it up and I lose the run here. We actually don't fight Isseria Queen. We do fight Gabriel Celeste because we need because that's how we do our grind, is with we fight Dragon Tyrants, not Ethereal Queen. Okay, we're good, we're good. Oh my gosh. 2 more skips. I was super nervous. I thought I screwed it up. My goodness, I'm like my brain. One walk step. I was super nervous. I'm still super nervous. All I can do is do the best that I know how to do. I thought that was early too, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, we're good. One more skip. Okay, there's one more skip after this, but it's not one that's like, oh, if you fail it, you lose 5 minutes. Like these 3 are. Gosh. I hope I sound like I'm a nervous wreck because I'm a nervous wreck. I am so worried. I really want to bring this run home. Bring home the peanut butter. Well, I'm glad that it's all good. I want to bring it home for me. Alright, I've done the setup correctly now. All I gotta do is raise RNGesus and hope that he delivers. Woohoo! We did it! Yeah! Heck yeah! We got one skip left, and then it's on to the end game. My goodness. If this is it, then hot flippin' diggity. Deep breaths, girl. Ladies, I'm just like, girl, you need some deep breaths. I feel like this is gonna be me all over again when I finally have a run that's sub 4 pace and Earthbound glitchless, because that's like the big honkin' deal. Hello, Penguin Ice Escape. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. You are here very close to the end of the run. We just got past the Uru Mais Dream skips on PB pace. New Game Plus. Potential world record in the books if we can get past the last skip of the run. Fingers are in the cross position. Other fingers are also in the cross position. Hands themselves are in the cross position. Hands are in the cross position. And I am just nervous to bring this one home. I hope you're doing well. Sorry, I'm sorry that you're feeling sad. Did I screw something up? I hope that I apologize for anything that I did. I'm sorry that something has made you upset. And came at the ending. I'm sorry. I typically start my streams about 9 a.m. Central Time. I'm a morning person, and if I try to stream later in the day, number one, I can't today because I have other obligations this afternoon, and if I don't, I get tired in the evenings, and often if I try to stream while I'm tired, I will have a dysphoria attack like I did on Thursday, and that's no fun for anybody. I do, yes. I still have my... They've slowly started to chip off, but I I do have my Pride nails that I painted for Pride last weekend. My fancy Pride flag colors. Maybe next year I'll do one hand trans colors and the other hand lesbian colors. I think I might try to do that. Do trans pride on one hand and lesbian pride on the other. I have some pictures of this. You can actually see I got a new flag here. You can actually pull that out real quick while we're in a cutscene. I posted some pictures of myself in Discord, but put my flag out for the ending. You can do that. Certainly well within my power. If I were an affiliate, I could totally do that as a channel point reward. Equip. Make sure the speed chain is the right character. Door of Wind. Byron Monastery. Populate Pride. Yep. Thankfully, we have a Twitch emote for that. I posted some pictures in my Discord of me at Pride. Okay, final skip in the books. We did it, everybody. We once tried all the skips. We have to do one last blocking skip to get Terra back in the party so we can die to the next boss. But I don't know. I was looking at that Pride Lion emote and I was like, do they know that emote is trans colors? But then I see that it's a Pride emote, so yeah, they knew what they were doing. I don't know if y'all have ever seen the memes on Reddit and whatnot, where some transphobic organization gets a picture of the trans pride flag and like gets baited into thinking it's some sort of like straight pride thing and like honoring the purity of heterosexuality, and everybody in the know just absolutely makes fun of them because they totally deserve it. And everybody in the know just kind of laughs. Hey, Sunlass. Well, good morning. I mean, there is one. There is an ally flag, which is black and white stripes. But exactly, see, Becca here gets it. Like generally the people who complain about why is there no straight pride flag? Are you generally the same people who complain, why isn't there a White History Month? It's just like, congratulations. There's one thing, 1 month that's not all about you. Now pipe down. Deal with it. Get to experience how the rest of us feel all the rest of the time. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. There are people asking, well, you know, they added all these identity tags. Why didn't they add a white tag? And it's just like, you know what? Don't, like, here's the thing, and we're gonna have some real talk about stuff. It is okay to be proud of your English heritage, or your German heritage, or French heritage, or Spanish heritage, or whatever European nation you are descended from. It is perfectly okay to be proud of your ethnic heritage, of your ancestors. But black people really don't have that. A lot of people who were taken as part of the African diaspora, part of the slave trade. They don't know. There's no tracing where their ancestral ethnicities and origins are. All they really have culturally is a cultural heritage of being black, and that's why they get to have a black tag and white people don't get a white tag. You have your ethnicity. They had to create theirs because it was stolen from them. And I'm sure there's probably going to be some whiny kid who's going to come in and tell me why I'm wrong, and you can just pipe down. Don't be that person who's going to tell me that I'm wrong, because I know. Because I had it explained to me, and I hope that you will have the willingness to actually listen to what I have said, instead of just blowing it off because you think you know better, or because you don't want to listen to what people are telling you. And this is probably going to be a PB video, and this is probably going to go on YouTube this afternoon, and there's probably going to be somebody whining in the comments about the fact I'm a reverse racist. And whoever you are, you're gonna get yourself blocked, so just keep your filth to yourself. We're good. We have Terra as an invisible fourth member of the party. If you're saying, oh no, because we died. Terra was an invisible fourth member in the party, so we still get... That's why we had to do that skip to go touch the magic pixels and bring Terra back into the party. So, don't worry. It's all good. I don't know, you might be saying, oh no, about somebody else. Or something else going on, and if so, I apologize for preempting you, and I hope that you will feel comfortable elaborating on whatever's got you down. It's all good, okay. I got 0. Oh, I took the death. Most of these deaths are in fact intentional. It's just as I said 2 hours ago. Welcome to Whose Legaia Is There Anyway, a game where everything is made up and the plot doesn't matter. Brought to you by Rhea Starshade. Follow her on Twitch at twitch.tv/Rhea Starshade. And most of the rest of the internet is Rhea Skies, because Rhea Skies is still taken on Twitch. Please give me that name. Please, if you're the owner of the Rhea Skies account, please give it to me, or, you know, get in contact with me so I can buy the account or something, because I'd really like to have it to be consistent with my branding on Twitch. It'd make me feel happy. Just public service announcement. Also, if anybody wants to help me out, make sure that you type !rage in the chat, or spam the baby rage emote, the Twitch Global, so y'all have it for free. Because at this part of the run, it is customary to spam some baby rage in the channel for Hari. It's just kind of a long-term running joke with speedrunning of this game. It's you just come in and when the Haris get knocked in, when Xain knocks over the Palace of Meditation, the Haris sink away, that we just spam Baby Rage. And since then, it's just kind of taken a life of its own that we spam Baby Rage for this portion of the run and the portion where the Haris disappear into the earth below Octam. You're not a fan of it? Fair enough. I could definitely see how it would be electrical IPs. I could definitely see how, in many contexts, that the Baby Rage emote would be rude if you're using it to highlight that somebody is getting salty or whiny or whatever, and everybody just starts coming in and basically calling you a whiny baby. I could definitely see how that would be uncomfortable and not ideal, but during these specific parts of the run, it is encouraged to use the emote. All right, Becca. I think we only have about 12 to 15 minutes if you want to stick around for the end of the run, but I understand if you've got to get going. And thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you enjoyed your time here today on this lovely, I was going to say Saturday morning, but we have, at least here in this time zone, shifted over to Saturday afternoon. So I will be back tomorrow. So tomorrow will be Earthbound. That's my intention at this point, unless something weird happens that I can't. Shower's calling your name. There you go. PV is not guaranteed. JuggerCort could definitely has RNG components that can heck me. No, it is not a surefire PV at this point. It's possible, maybe even likely, but not sure. Oops. So somehow this still works and we don't crash the game when we do this. And we finally get to recruit Noah. Literally 10-12 minutes before the end of the run. It's literally the last thing we do before the final dungeon is recruit Noah and get Cara back. Doorway and Rim Elm. Oh, there we go. Nice deep pop in my neck, feels nice and good. Dun. So this state that we're in here, where we have Noah walking around, and they're all calling her Vaughn, because Vaughn is the character that is supposed to be here. So this is Vanessa, because if you always be yourself unless you can be Noah, in which case always be Noah. So let's all make sure to congratulate Vanessa on her transition. And let's get through this final dungeon, which is basically just running through the dungeon and then dying to the final boss. And then I'll be done with the run. Legend of Legaia says trans rights. Everybody's always talking about trans rights this and trans rights that, but personally, I'm a bigger fan of trans leftists myself. Just my 2 cents on the matter. But all right, here we are at the end. Proper creepy staircase, proper disturbing music, proper scaring little 9-year-old Rhea out of her mind. All things that are going on here on Legend of Legaia. On Let's Speedrun Legend of Legaia, part I don't even know. I guess it's still part 1 because we're all playing through it in one sitting. I'm gonna use this healing bloom. You can't prop in during random times of the run. You slowly get the idea of what this run's all about. So I guess the next goal would be 3:37:02 would be my next goal, because my first run of Legaia was 11:37:02, and now to say that, hey, my most recent run of this game was 8 hours faster than my first one, that would be pretty fun to say. And that could be like, yeah, and both of them were at the time world records. Just to show just how ridiculously more we've learned about this game and been able to whittle down minutes and sometimes hours at a time. Yeah, this whole dungeon is a whole big fat, 10 gallons of nope in a 5-gallon bag. Very much a nope kind of moment. I just grabbed Metal Goblet for kicks and giggles. It's one of the most random items. How the flip are you supposed to know where that is? I certainly didn't know it until I saw the guides of where they finally decompiled everything and figured out where everything was. I certainly didn't know where it was when I played through casually. It gives the same max AP effect that the Fire Goblet gives you. Fire Droplet, not Fire Goblet. Fire Droplet. What? What? Holy. No. Are you alright? I'm getting good for slipping. Ah! Here we are, the final boss coming up. Yeah, we all need to congratulate Vanessa on her transition. Here it is, the final boss, starting in just a minute and a half or so. Praise RN Jesus to deliver me from the sins of RN Gygus, my immortal enemy. Hopefully we can pull this run home. It's gonna be really, really satisfying to see, or I don't know what's gonna be an experience when, because Trance was streaming this morning. I was like, you need to get to sleep. I'm gonna do runs of Legaia at 9. He's like, oh well, I better stop. And he's like, well, not here yet, and we're at the final boss, and we're on world record pace, and maybe even sub 340. So, he's gonna be upset, and I'm not sure if he's gonna be upset at himself or he's gonna be upset at me. Probably both. Let's be honest, he's probably gonna be upset with both of us. And we should probably get find a raid target. Just in time, Aurora. Yep, you are just indeed in time. We, not sure yet. We're on the final boss. And sadly, Oral, there will not be one more attempt today. Number one, don't run back world records or PBs in general. Number two, I don't have time for another run. I have to be around a family event starting in a couple of hours, so I don't have time to start another one. I know, it's disappointing. I'm disappointed too, but running back PB is just not the greatest of ideas. I recommend against it most of the time. Come on, what do we get? Okay, this is a good start. Cara getting hit turn one. This is good. This is good. Not good. I need you to please attack Noah. Okay, I need to fade the 25%. And not get an ultra charge. Nice! It's real! The sub 340 is real! We did it, boys, girls, and that beautiful Technicolor rainbow in between. We got the first sub 340! A new milestone has been achieved! Heck you! Heck you! Legend of Legaia, get hacked! Right in the hecker! How am I winning by being defeated? That is because Tara the Wolf is in the party, and it's set up so that if Tara's in the party, you can't game over, as probably a fail-safe during the portion of the game when she's with Noah. And we are able to glitch to keep her with us throughout the rest of the game, and yeah, it allows us to win by dying, and it's, hey RB, thank you all for the GGs, thank you. Thank you, Rachel, and Less Honor, and RB. Thank you all for the GGs. Thank you, Orla. And thank you, Orla, as well, for finding so many of the glitches. Orla is one of the big glitch hunters, along with Realistic Polygons, who found a good chunk of the glitches that make this run what it is, make it possible to get this run done as fast as it has been able to get done. So shoutouts to both of them as the glitch hunters of Legend of Legaia. This run would not have been possible without the efforts and work that they have done to break this game and help me in routing this game. And yeah, credit definitely to where credit is due. And we are going to play the credits because that's what we do. That is what we do when we have PBs. Let's hope for sub 3. We're gonna have to find a lot of new tech, or this is still not doing Dark Sebucus. I need to learn that, but that will be another 4 to 5 minutes when I finally get around to doing that. But right now, this is with Dark Soul, but not with Dark Sebucus. I haven't learned it yet, and I need to. But just goes to show that, you know, once that happens, we'll be able to get to 335 or so. But yeah, that is... We are going to play the ending, because we play the ending in the credits when we do get a new PB. So yeah, I am pretty exhilarated at this point. I hope that if any of you can spare a few minutes to go through the ending and credits with me. Actually, I think what I might do is I might just go to the start of the credits. I will raid, and then I will let the rest of the credits play out for the YouTube upload. I gotta work on a thumbnail. I've been watching videos on growing your stream and your channel, and one of the big things I say is to make a good thumbnail that draws eyes, and and everything, so that's something I want to work on a little bit. So I'm going to work on a thumbnail for this video, and then we'll upload it either tonight or tomorrow, depending. So watch, Noah's going to turn into Vaughn real quick. Watch, and wait for it, and she's Vaughn. I don't know why that happens, but it's funny. I would like to see the mystery world. Let's take the good ending. I'm sorry if I'm not saying a whole lot. It's towards the end of the stream. I'm at 4 hours in. I'm a little tired. I would like to get some lunch. Need to use the restroom, and my voice is also starting to fatigue. So my energy levels are still, I'm still very much in a state of elation because I got the PB. There's the insulins finally running out. But my goodness, is it good to finally sub 340? I am a very, very happy girl today. And yeah, I really appreciate everybody. This is a really active chat, one of the most active chats I've ever had for a Legaia stream. So I'm really appreciative to everybody who came in, who said hi. Also appreciative to those who just lurked and didn't say much, if anything. And to those who stuck around for the ending and GG'd and helped give me your energy, charge up that spirit bomb, thank you so much. And for those who had to leave, thank you for the time that you were able to stop by. So, thanks to the developers for making a great game. Thank you, Shadow, for the GG at the end. I am going to be done for today. Obviously, I'm not going to run this back. I'm kind of tired. But I'm going to let the local recording play. Thank you for that. I'm going to let the local recording play through the credits. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to raid somebody. I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to raid Lady Starscream. She is doing Let's Go Pokemon, or Let's Go Pikachu. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Looks like any percent she's doing. She's great. She's good people. If you like my stream, I hope you'll check her out because she's got a similar content and everything. So I'm going to let the local recording go through the ending. Much love to everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Much love. Take care. I'll try to do better next time. Earthbound tomorrow. Bye. And if you stayed to hear this final message and watch the stats, then shoutouts to you for not skipping through because it was the end of the run. But yay, one last final little hidden Ria message. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you are watching on YouTube and you hear this, like, comment, and subscribe. It's cheesy, but apparently it works, so there you go. That's all for this stream. Thank you for watching. Bye!